searches have been in vain, very respected master.
Venerable Brother Grand Expert, take with you 2 more masters and recommence your search, beginning in the south.
Very respected master, our searches still are in vain.
Venerable Brother Grand Expert, take with you 2 more masters, leaving no stone unturned, and commence again in the north.
Very respected master, I have found a mound. The ground appears to have been freshly disturbed.
Advance to this place that you have spotted, by way of the south.
Very respected master, I have spotted a branch of acacia upon the mound.
This branch of acacia has probably been planted by assassins of our master to mark the tomb of their victim. Pull up this branch of acacia. Do you see nothing?
Next to the acacia branch is a compass. And 3 cubits away from the compass is a square.
This is undoubtedly the proof that we have found the tomb concealing the body of our Grand Master, Hiram. But before continuing further in our search, let us here and now decide the word and sign of a master will henceforth be the surprise of finding the master. It is to be agreed that the first word that bursts forth from our lips and the first sign that we let slip are to be considered as inspired by the Most High. The sign and word discovered in this manner will be considered from now on as the sacred word and the sign of recognition between masters. My brothers, would you excavate the earth of the mound?
The flesh quits the bones.
The flesh quits the bones.
My brothers, would 2 of you assist the Venerable Brother Grand Expert to raise the body of our Venerable Master, Hiram?
Rest his right hand.
The lion's paw,
His left arm around his right shoulder. His left arm around the candidate's right shoulder. His right foot against the instep of the candidate's right foot. His right knee bent against the candidate's right knee, breast against breast. He executes the right grip of the lion's paw and gives the triple accolade of fraternity, kissing the right cheek, the left cheek, and the head. He then carries the sprig of acacia and the square compasses and places them on the altar on top of the VSO.
My brothers, we have found a symbol for our sorrows. The acacia is the essential mark of recognition among the masters. The priests of Egypt in certain processions carried a holy arch made of acacia. Upon the sides of this arch was found the inscription, "The movements of Osiris are new." This is a representation of eternal life, symbolized by the sea, the dead in the earth, that is dead in the earth, but from which springs forth a better rebirth, bearing in it all the glory and all the power of the future tree. Thus, as light triumphs over darkness, life triumphs over death, and liberty over oppression. Venerable Brother Grand Expert, would you conduct our brother to his place among the masters in the center chamber, so that the light of old Egypt may enlighten all of this temple? Brother Companion, the moment has arrived to explain to you the symbolism that was presented clearly in the legend of Hiram, that you relived and through which you were received among us. Hiram and this esoteric tradition represents the understanding symbolized by the letter G, revealed at the time of the reception to companion. This is to say that wisdom is the essential instrument of the salvation of man and of his immortality. The three ruffians and the tools used as weapons in their crimes are the vehicles and hypostases of error, symbolized by the reversal of the symbolism of the gauge, the image of truth. Fantasy, symbolized by the square, the image of rectitude, and pride, symbolized by the authority of the mallet, but authority that has been usurped by the same pride. This threefold system guards against the dangers on the initiated path. To search out one's ideal to arrive at truth, to incite oneself into maintaining the greatest vigilance against oneself, and to beware of harboring thoughts of foul ignorance that hinder the reception of light and truth. The first part of the Master's initiation is to remind of the symbolism of the cabinet of reflection. It is a must that you continually strive to subdue the profane passions to arrive at a new birth and a new life through abnegation and devotion. The remainder of the ceremony, you found you were able through your death to apprehend a new form of life. At first, 3 brothers were sent to search for you. Why 3? You recall your first steps upon the initiated path as an apprentice. This is so the education of the 1st degree is always present to you, and without which you would never have been found. But these 3 brothers felt it a special duty to you, remembering that which was said to you at the very beginning of your time in Masonry. To be initiated is to approach death, and this was later echoed to you in the words of Plato. The path of the 3 steps of an apprentice is a reminder of the tre pas, death, the death of an old man. But these 3 brothers were unable to find you. This is significant of the fact that your instructions given as an apprentice were incomplete, and why you were not satisfied to remain there. Then 5 brothers were sent to search for you. 5, the characteristic number of the companion in its symbolic voyages. As previously stated, this is a reminder to you to remember the knowledge acquired while you were a companion. But in the end, the 2nd attempt ends in failure. Nothing that is submissive to duality is incomplete. Thus it is failure that marks the 2nd attempt at giving you a rebirth, the definitive life to which you have aspired. It therefore falls upon 7 brothers to succeed in finding you. 7 is the characteristic number of masters. It is also the initiative knowledge of the Master Nation contains the total teachings of the 3 degrees, which together constitute an indivisible whole. But it is 3 brothers out of the 7 that work towards your removal from the tomb and bringing about your rebirth. This is to teach you that it is the mass of initiates. Only a few arrive at the maximum of initiatory results. Equally, in the septenary of moral virtues that were revealed to you in preceding initiations, 3 of the 7 are more important than the others. These are faith, in our order and in its ideals. Hope that one day all of our ends will be realized in totality, and charity, the love for one's brothers as well as for others. This is the perfect cement that binds together all the stones of our temple. The Venerable Brother Grand Expert was charged with the task of raising you with the aid of 2 brothers, and it was through the 5 points of a master's perfection that you could quit your tomb. I will leave it to you to meditate upon the significance of this. But remember that in these rituals, the Venerable Brother Grand Expert represents the role of Hermes, conductor of the dead in old Egypt. It is he that leads the soul to the sovereign tribunal of the ineffable God.